Hey everybody, hi, I'm Keys here, looking to start a real quick overview of the new Destiny subclasses and talents that you have available to you here in the Destiny 2 beta. Now, as you might know, or you may not know, Bungie has only given us 2 subclasses to work with right now. There's a lot of speculation online as to whether or not we'll get a third ever, if there's a third waiting for us somewhere throughout the story, or how that's going. So we'll know more about that in a little while. So right now, let's go ahead and take a look at the Dawnblade subclass. This is the one that I am more than likely going to main right off the bat. I haven't really made a decision yet because I haven't really played the game enough yet to know, but I played Warlock mainly in Destiny 1, and so I'm going to start with Warlock in Destiny 2, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. So the Dawnblade is the new subclass, the new solar subclass for Destiny 2, and we'll start off with the grenades. The grenades are all the same, okay? Fusion, Firebolt, and Solar. Animations are fantastic. There's still a lot to be known as to whether or not, the Firebolts are going to be as powerful as they were in Destiny 1 for a long time, or if they're still going to be kind of a weak thing. What we do know is that fusion grenades are not one-hit kills anymore in the Crucible, so that's something very important to consider when you're picking your grenade. 2 of the really new skills that are available. Each class can have some class skills that are available to them. The Warlocks have these rifts. So the healing rift, you throw it down and it heals you up, and it keeps you healed as long as the rift is alive. Very, very cool. The empowering rift is a rift that you throw down, and it will increase your damage output while you're inside it, as long as it's up. Really, you think of it, it's kind of like a mini bubble, so to speak. There's no real way of keeping you safe, but I mean, that's essentially a weapons of light buff just right there. So something that a lot of people were concerned about in the Crucible maybe would be 2 Warlocks on a team of 4, 1 running empowering rift and 1 running healing rift. They just throw them on top of each other, and then you have just kind of like this invincible war machine. Something very, very cool. You have the jumps. You have your strafe glide, which is your controlled glide, okay? You have the balance glide, which is a little bit of speed, a little bit of control, and then you have the burst glide, which is your typical Warlock burst speed, okay? We have your super. The new super is called Daybreak. You weave solar light into blades and smite your foes from the sky. So basically, you cast it, you're way up in the air, and you start throwing these massive swords down on your enemies. It's pretty darn awesome. Okay. We have these attunements now. Okay, these attunements are new. They're part of Destiny for each class. And we'll go through these talents, these little special things that you get because of the attunement. So your Heat Rises is an airborne skill. Recharge your grenade and melee energy. Casting Daybreak instantly refills all of your ability energy. Okay? Airborne Kills, I'm sorry, not an airborne skill. Airborne Kills recharge your grenade and melee energy. So that would be anything, even when you are a Warlock not supered. Airborne Kills, you can jump up in the air. Airborne Kills will recharge your energy. Winged Sun, engage your enemies mid-flight, fire weapons and throw grenades while gliding. So it's kind of like the old, I don't even remember what the skill was called, because Angel of Mercy, something along those lines in Destiny 1, where you could jump up, kind of hang in the air. It's not quite as stable, I haven't found, but it's very similar to that. The Icarus Dash, so this is kind of a big one, okay? You can dodge mid-air. Just like the Titans used to be able to do in Destiny 1, Warlocks can now do this in Destiny 2. It has about a 10-second cooldown on it, so you can't just use it non-stop. But you can control the direction you fly in, all that stuff. So could be a potentially very powerful skill to have, especially in the Crucible. Okay. Swift Strike. Strike an enemy with this melee ability to burn your target and temporarily increase your movement and reload speed. So this would be the talent line that you could look at in Destiny 1, where you could choose between creating an Orb of Light with a melee kill, getting the Fireborn, is it Fireborn? The Fire Shield, okay? So it's going to be very interesting to see what else is available, okay? So we'll look here at the Attunement of Flame. Right now we don't have access to this, and I don't know if we'll get it during the beta or not. Okay, but the Attunement of Flame gives you a few things. Let's look at these. Igniting Touch. Strike an enemy with this melee ability to burn them and cause them to explode when killed. Okay. Fated for Flame. Daybreak projectiles seek targets as they travel, and upon impact launch a streak of deadly flames. Pretty cool. Okay, your swords are, guided. Heat-seeking swords, okay? Phoenix Dive. Hold circle while midair to quickly descend and restore your health. While Daybreak is active, descend causes explosive damage. We saw that in some of the footage, I think maybe from E3, where Warlocks were way up in the air and then just crashed down to the ground. Very, very cool. Okay, Everlasting Fire. Killing an enemy with Daybreak extends its duration. That could be potentially a very powerful perk or talent as well. Just kind of waiting to see, how much that extends it, and if it's worth, putting the ability points into it. So that right there is a real quick rundown of the Warlock Dawnblade. We'll move over to the Voidwalker subclass. Okay. Voidwalker subclass. Look at your grenades here. It looks like the same grenades as Destiny 1. Your Vortex grenade, your Axion Bolt, and your Scatter grenade. Okay, nothing new there. Your rifts are still the same. So it looks like it doesn't matter which subclass you're using. Your rifts are still the same. Okay, I thought I was misreading something there for a second. All right, your Nova Bomb. Okay, classic. We know what the Nova Bomb is, no explanation needed there. And again, your jumps, your Strafe Glide, your Burst Glide, and then Blink is back in Destiny 2 as well, it looks like. So again, it'll be interesting to see how far you can teleport, what the benefits of using Blink would be, and then also, what happens. I know we've seen a couple of videos from IGN where Blink basically removed your radar for a small amount of time. So it'll be interesting to see what other effects happen because of Blink. Let's look at our attunements real quick. The Attunement of Chaos. Okay, this is the first attunement we're going to look at here for the Voidwalker class. Bloom. So void ability kills cause enemies to explode. All right. Chaos Accelerant. Hold L1 to draw power from your super to overcharge your grenade, making it deadly and more effective. I can see that being very, very powerful in the Crucible, depending on how much power you're drawing from your super. That could be very, very powerful. Cataclysm. Nova Bomb travels slowly and seeks enemies. Detonations shatter into smaller seeker projectiles. Fire your weapon at the Nova Bomb to detonate it early. Interesting. Entropic Pulse. Strike an enemy with this melee ability to drain your enemy's life force and use it to recharge your grenade. Okay, so some things are very similar, some things a little bit different. I think this Cataclysm ability is the one that we saw from the IGN videos of the big Nova Bomb just kind of traveling really slow and then right around corners at enemies. So something to look at. All right, let's look at the other attunement. The Attunement of Hunger. Okay, Devour. Kill an enemy with your melee, or kill an enemy with this melee ability to fully regenerate your health. For a short time afterward, kills restore additional health. Okay, pretty good. You can never go wrong in the Crucible, especially with more heals on you, right? Feed the Void. Hold L1 to consume your grenade energy to regenerate your health. Grants the Devour effect. Interesting. Okay, so you can get rid of your grenade in order to gain some health. Okay, there's some very powerful abilities here to consider, guys. Insatiable. While the Devour effect is active, killing enemies extends its duration and recharges your grenade. Okay, so there is some pretty good combos that you can maybe lace together here in order to kind of maximize your ability, your potential in the Crucible. So again, remember, Devour, you kill an enemy, you regenerate your health. That is the Devour ability, the health regeneration. So you can consume your grenade energy to regain health, and then it grants the Devour effect, okay? And then while the Devour effect is active, killing enemies extends its duration and recharges your grenade. So you can use grenade energy, kill somebody, gain your grenade energy back, all the while healing yourself because of the Devour effect. Okay. Vortex. Nova Bomb creates a singularity which continually damages enemies trapped inside. Okay, so we knew that as well. We're used to that as well, okay? So that right there, in a nutshell, are our abilities as a Warlock in the Destiny 2 beta. All right, we're going to switch characters real quick, and we'll go to the Titan next. All right, guys, we are here with the Titan subclass now. Let's take a look at the Striker subclass. It's just something that we're used to from Destiny 1. So let's just take a look at what we have already, and then we'll kind of go from there. So our grenades look like they are the same. You have the Lightning Grenade, the Pulse Grenade, and the Flashbang Grenade. Let's look at the jumps. The jumps, High Lift, Strafe Lift, and catapult lift, all the same from Destiny 1. And then, of course, the Fists of Havoc, which, again, are the same from Destiny 1. Now, here's the change in Destiny 2. We have our class skills. Okay, so the Towering Barricade, you create a large barrier that can be used to reinforce a position with cover from enemy fire. So that's a huge, tall wall. Okay. The Rally Barricade is a much smaller wall that you can crouch behind, and then when you ADS from crouching, you can start shooting and then let go and you go crouch right back down. The nice thing about this is when you're done ADSing and you crouch back down, your weapons automatically reload. Okay, so you can get tons of shots off really quickly from behind that wall. Let's look at the code, okay? These special things built in from Destiny 2. So these are going to be more like your melee abilities, maybe some things that built in with your grenade attacks, that sort of thing. So Magnitude, gain an additional grenade charge and increases the duration of grenade effects. So that's going to be kind of like an armamentarium, a built-in armamentarium with the Striker subclass right there. Okay. Aftershocks, damaging enemies with seismic strike, recharges your grenades. That's going to be your melee ability. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Terminal velocity, Fists of Havoc's ground slam attack leaves a damage-dealing field in its wake and deals more damage the longer it's in the air. That's interesting. So we're used to it leaving behind the damage field. Okay, that's not a new thing, but dealing more damage the longer it's in the air is very, very interesting. Seismic Strike, while sprinting, activate this melee ability to slam shoulder first into your target and create an arc explosion on impact. So this is Shoulder Strike. Okay. The thing to keep in mind, though, is that it's been confirmed that these are no longer one-hit kill abilities. So, presumably you could Seismic Strike into an enemy and then immediately melee as well, or Seismic Strike and shotgun, something along those lines. Okay. Let's look at the other code. The code of the Juggernaut. Okay. Strike an enemy with its frontal assault. Strike an enemy with this melee ability to reload your weapon and increase your weapon stability. Okay. So hit somebody, higher stability, and automatically reload your weapon. Pretty awesome. Reversal, melee kills immediately trigger health regeneration. Okay, so get some health back. So I'm wondering, I guess any melee kill would do that. Okay. Trample, killing enemies with Fists of Havoc extends its duration. So it extends its duration. That's right, because you can run around, I guess. You can run around with the new Fists of Havoc. Knockout, critically wounding an enemy or breaking their shields increases your melee range and damage. Very good. Okay, so that, I mean, real quick breakdown of the Striker subclass. Let's take a look at the new subclass, the Sentinel. Okay, let's see what we have here for the Sentinel. The grenades are the same from the Defender subclass back in Destiny 1. It looks like you have your Suppressor, Void Wall, which I guess is a little bit different, and then the Magnetic. Nothing new there. Void Wall is the same, it looks like, as the Night Stalker Void Wall from back in Destiny 1. The Sentinel Shield. Now this is the thing that everybody's really, really excited about, right? You can summon a shield, Captain America style, and while it's active, you can run around and just hit people, okay? At the same time, you can pull it up as a shield to defend yourself. Sorry, to defend yourself. And then you can also throw your shield. It'll ricochet off of things and kill people that way. Okay, very cool ability. The jumps, again, are the same. And the class skill here is the same. The class skill stays the same no matter what subclass you're using. Okay, let's look at the code here. The code of the Protector. Code of Protector, turn the tide. Your overshield from defensive strike lasts longer and increases melee damage and reload speed. Okay, so that's your melee ability. Okay, you kill somebody with your melee, get that overshield. Pretty wicked stuff. Rallying Force, melee kills restore health for you and nearby enemies, or nearby allies. Ward of Dawn. Okay, so if instead of wanting to use the shield to run around and kill people with, you can hold down the buttons and create the dome instead of just pressing them to create the shield to run around with. Okay, very cool. 2 supers built into one. Pretty awesome stuff. Defensive Strike. Kill an enemy with this ability, with this melee ability to create an overshield around you and nearby allies. Okay, Let's look at the Code of the Aggressor. So this is going to be a more aggressive play style, it sounds like. So after sprinting for a short time, use this melee ability to unleash a devastating shield bash that disorients enemies. That'll be interesting to see what that looks like in the Crucible, how that disorientation effect looks. Superior Arsenal grenade kills recharge your grenade energy. Okay. Kills while surrounded in the trenches. Kills while surrounded by enemies reduce the cooldown of your super. Interesting. Okay. And then second shield, gain an additional shield throw charge while Sentinel is active. All right. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is, in a real quick nutshell, the Titan subclasses and new abilities. We're going to move on now to the Hunters. We're going to check out the Hunters. Okay, let's take a look at the Hunter subclasses here. Let's go ahead and we'll start with the one that we're used to, okay? The one that we've seen before. That is the Gunslinger. That is from, Destiny 1. Let's look at the grenades. First of all, we have the Incendiary Grenade. Grenade whose explosion catches enemies on fire. Okay, it's nothing new. The Swarm Grenade, again, nothing new. And the Trip Mine, again, nothing new. Interesting thing to look at, though, an explosive grenade that sticks to surfaces and detonates upon enemies who pass through its laser trigger. So I'm wondering if there's actually going to be a laser coming out, like the Dread grenades that we used to see a long time ago in Destiny 1. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Your jumps, okay, your high jump, triple jump, and then your control jump. And the class abilities. Class abilities are very interesting for the Hunter. They get what is essentially a shade step, okay? You can use it every few seconds. Not every few seconds, sorry. Every time your ability reloads. The first one, let's take a look at the first one here, the Marksman dodge, okay? So you double tap your circle button, your dodge button there, and you perform an evasive maneuver with a steady hand. Dodging automatically reloads your weapon, okay? Then the Gambler's dodge, you dodge to perform a deft tumble, avoiding enemy attacks. Dodging near enemies fully recharges your melee ability. So the animations are different on both of these, but they both essentially have the same tactic as far as it just gets you from one spot to another very quickly. One reloads your weapon automatically, and the other one recharges your melee ability if you do it near an enemy. Pretty cool. The Golden Gun is your super. Summon a flaming pistol that disintegrates enemies with solar light. Okay, let's take a look at the ways, I guess you could say, of the Hunter. Okay, you have the Codex on the Warlock, the Code on the Titan, and you have the Way on the Hunter. Okay, so the Way of the Outlaw. Deadshot significantly improves your ability to hit with Golden Gun. Chains of Woe. Again, some of these are the same as they had in Destiny 1. Precision kills increase weapon reload speed for you and nearby allies. Pretty cool. Explosive Knife. Throw a knife from a distance that explodes shortly after impact with this melee ability. And then 6-shooter Golden Gun can be fired quickly up to 6 times, but has a shorter duration. Way of the Sharpshooter. Knife Juggler. Throw a knife from a distance. So it's a throwing knife, okay? Precision Knife kills with this melee ability immediately recharge it. Practice makes perfect. Enter a trance with each precision hit, reducing the cooldown of your super. That's very interesting. Especially if you're playing with something like a hand cannon or like a scout rifle. I mean, really, or even any weapon. If you're good at hitting the head, then you're looking at potentially reducing the cooldown pretty quickly. Crowd Pleaser enables precision damage with Golden Gun. Precision hits with Golden Gun generate orbs of light. Okay. And then Line 'em Up. Precision hits with Golden Gun increase its damage and extends its duration. Very interesting. Okay. So that is the Gunslinger subclass. Let's take a look at the new one. Let's take a look at Arc Strider. Okay. The grenades in Arc Strider appear to be, they're the same from Destiny 1. You have your Flux Grenade, a Skip Grenade, and an Arc Bolt Grenade. Okay. Your class abilities, again, persist through each subclass, so those are the same. And your jumps are the same. Okay, let's take a look at the super. The super is the one that everyone's, talking about pole dancing. Okay, you have your Arc Staff. You form a staff of pure arc energy and acrobatically take out your foes. Very cool. Okay. We'll talk a little bit more about the mechanics of that here in just a second. Deadly Reach. Dodging increases your melee range, allowing you to lunge further to strike enemies. Dodging being these two things, okay? So dodging increases your melee range, allowing you to lunge further to strike enemies. Very interesting. Combat Flow. Melee kills recharge your dodge ability. Very cool. Lethal Current. After dodging, each arc staff hit creates a damage lightning aftershock. And then Combination Blow. Kill an enemy with this melee ability, trigger health regeneration, and increase your melee damage temporarily. So with the arc staff, you can actually throw your staff, okay, by pushing your gun trigger button, okay, or you can acrobatically, you know, you can spin around like a samurai ninja dude as well. So it's very cool super ability. Lots of cool stuff with these new subclasses. Can't wait to actually get into Crucible and give them a real run through. But like I said, I just wanted to throw a quick video together just to show you guys the abilities and then kind of let you guys know what was going on. So let's take a look at the last section, the Disorienting Blow Codex here. So the first one, or the Way of the Wind Codex. Way of the Wind way, rather than the Codex. So your Disorienting Blow, strike an enemy with this melee ability to disorient the target and nearby enemies. Again, interesting to see what that disorientation effect looks like on enemies. Number 2, Focused Breathing. Sprinting recharges your dodge ability, increase maximum sprint speed. Okay, very interesting. Again, multiple ways of recharging that dodge ability to make you use it, you know, very quickly. So you have melee kills here doing it, and then sprinting recharges it. So I guess maybe the longer you sprint, the more it recharges. Combat Meditation. While critically wounded, melee and grenades recharge drastically faster. Again, the power of some of these abilities is going to be really interesting to see just how quickly those things recharge. Then the last thing, Lightning Reflexes. You are harder to kill while dodging. Okay, so again, these are the 2 subclasses that we have for each class. Just wanted to do a real quick run through. Hopefully you guys enjoyed what you saw here. Be sure to check back for more. I'm going to be throwing up many Destiny 2 videos as the beta continues and as the game releases. Looking forward to having you guys along. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/hi_im_keys. You can sub to this channel, of course, and follow me on Twitter at hi_im_keys. If you like this video, you know, give it the old thumbs up. Please sub to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. And then hopefully we'll see you over on Twitch, where I play a lot of games and am very community driven. So hopefully we'll see you there. Looking forward to it. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video, and we'll see you next time.
Hi, my name is